Welcome back. This week, police actively continues their search for the driver of a dark-colored Suzuki Swift who failed to remain on the scene following a traffic accident that claimed the life of an adult male who was walking along East Street, south of the Independence roundabout on Sunday when he was struck shortly before 7 p.m. Again, the heartless driver fled the scene, leaving the victim there to suffer. The male pedestrian sustained severe injuries and was transported to the hospital, but passed away last week Thursday. That was February 15th. He was the 8th person to die in traffic accidents here in the country so far this year. Police appeal to anyone with information on who the driver is of that vehicle to contact them at 911-919, or you can contact the Police Traffic Division. Unfortunately, the 9th and 10th traffic fatalities occurred today on the island of Abaco. Police say a woman and a 4-year-old male child died in the accident on Ernest Dean Highway, Abaco. A third victim, an adult female, was trapped in one of the vehicles and had to be extracted using the jaws of life. Police are actively investigating a shooting incident that occurred on Monday around 9:20 p.m. in the Bainstown area, which left an adult male injured. Police were alerted to gunshots in the vicinity of Dunmore Street and West Street, where they met the victim suffering from non-life-threatening gunshot injuries. He was transported to the hospital by an ambulance for medical attention. Police say the victim was walking when a black Japanese model vehicle stopped nearby, and an unknown male exited that vehicle, produced a firearm, opened fire in his direction before quickly returning to the vehicle and fleeing north along Dunmore Street. CID continues its investigations into that matter as well. In other news, Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Michael Dowell, provided an update on the construction of the new hospital on Grand Bahama, as well as ongoing repairs to other health facilities, as was revealed in the last budget communication in the House of Assembly. The minister says they are on target.
When we began some of the infrastructural work and the foundation, we found a slight irregularity in the rock, and we had to go back to the drawing board. Our architects are now completed the new foundation drawing, and if you were to able to go there, you'll see now the footings are now in place for the contractor to now erect vertical construction. Well, it did impact the timeline, but I have been told by many of the healthcare planners and architects that there's ways on how we can make up for the time loss with the redrawing of some areas of the foundation plan as a result of inconsistency in the bedrock.
Dr. Dowell was also asked about ongoing renovations and repairs at the Princess Margaret Hospital.
Well, it's good to report that the accident emergency is back on schedule now. I did say in the House of Assembly that while we were repairing the accident emergency, we started to develop some issues with the roof. The Bahamian people should know that this is not a new structure. We're renovating an old structure, and when we removed a lot of the support on the roof, we realized that there was some concrete spalling and some leakage. It's very important for us to sort that out before we continued with the renovation inside. That has been sorted out, and the contractor is now back on track to complete the work in the accident emergency. We had some bad weather came into the country again, and I keep saying that the facilities are quite old, they're aged, and as a direct result, we have some roof issues at the Princess Margaret Hospital that we are dealing with. We got cabinet approval to have those work done, and so we believe that those additional works would start very soon.
Minister Dowell says funding has been secured for specific areas of PMH in need of repairs.
We believe now that we found the funding for the renovations, the complete renovations of the I ward and the I theaters. That's good because we started the foundational work from the legacy unit from underneath, and we're now at the level of the I ward, and so I'm looking forward for the contractor to start that work. We will speak a little bit more about it in the midterm budget because some of the fundings had to be allocated in the midterm budget.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources is recommitting to fostering food security and environmental sustainability to promote long-term resilience in the country. On Monday, the ministry held its leadership conclave at the Hilton, boasting of the trailblazing initiatives for 2024. Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources, Jomo Campbell, spoke to the ministry's goals and current focus for the new year.
We may all have different missions, but we must all remember that our ultimate goal is to provide for the needs of our people. The ministry and all of its entities to food security and economic stability in the Bahamas. Yes, Nassau, but the Bahamas. It is our solemn duty to ensure that Bahamians have access to nutritious foods, sustainable livelihoods within our sectors, and a thriving economic environment. In doing so, we must also work to foster stronger relationships with our stakeholders, to strengthen our impact so people can really feel us and know that we are present.
Minister Campbell says as climate change, natural disasters, and economic uncertainties continue to pose concerns for the agriculture and marine sector, as a result, the ministry is looking for innovative ways and new programs to create thriving industries.
Over the past year, I believe we have made some tremendous progress supporting farmers and fishers through various initiatives and programs, such as the opening of the procurement of additional vessels to monitor our waters at the Department of Marine Resources, the launch of the Golden Yoke program and the provision of a new feed mill through BAIC, new livestock research, new research initiatives to improve food safety at BAFSA, not to mention the successful execution of national and international events such as the Agrarian Awards and the Caribbean Week of Agriculture. We have seen an increase in productivity in all of our sectors. I am looking forward to the new year. Programs we will produce. And I said will, not me.
And that'll do it for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Torino Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.